everybody. So it's been a long day. It's almost time for dinner now, finally. But I just had a few quick minutes, not really to myself because the baby's right here staring at me, but just a few quick minutes of not doing any work. So I just wanted to come on real quick and give an update because people were messaging me about the situation that happened with Bethany's dad, Will. And everything in my last video was when we didn't know where he was. Like, he was just missing. And it was just, like, super stressful and crazy. And the best word was definitely stressful. Because we just didn't have answers at that time. So, I'm not sure if I said in that video or not. But I had contacted his mom quite a few times throughout the week about Bethany's school and getting her to school and like things that were going on. She was getting off early on Wednesday and she didn't want to go to a class, and her mom like took over this whole situation and everything like that. And her dad never got involved at all. So I knew that day. What? Mickey Mouse, yeah, you're awesome, Mickey Mouse. So I knew that day that her dad was definitely not in the picture anywhere. Like, I knew that day, like, for sure he was not around. Just because, like, I was like, hey, your mom's kind of taking over the situation. What are your thoughts?
Mama.
And on a text message, and I never got a reply.
Mommy.
What? Yeah, your ear. Mickey Mouse's ear. Go find Daddy. Go look in Daddy's bedroom. So that was the day that it confirmed it for me. Like, completely confirmed. So we went on like a week like that. And then Sunday night, I had to get a hold of his mom so she could come pick up my daughter for school Monday morning, or like pick her up at like 5 in the morning Monday morning, like whatever she wanted to do. It didn't matter to me, whatever. So I had to get a hold of someone. So I called his mom and I asked for him. I called his phone. I called Will's phone and Will didn't answer. So I called his mom's phone. She answered and I said, is your son there? And she's like, 1 second. She gives the phone to somebody who I was assuming was her son. So I was like, oh my God, like, he's here. Like, he's been ignoring us and acting super weird the whole time. And he's been here the whole time. Like, that's so weird. The person that says hello to me on the other side of the phone is not Will. Like, not at all. So I'm like, hello? Because, like, that voice isn't the voice I'm expecting. And it's Will's dad. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, is your son there? Like, I asked to talk to your son. Like, why are you on the phone? Where's your son? And he was like, am I on speakerphone? And I'm like, no. Why would I call someone on speakerphone? Like, I hate when you call someone and they're always on speaker and everyone else hears your conversation. So I'm just like, no. And he's like, okay, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, like, you know, what's up? He's like, Will has been really sad and he needs help. He needs help. He's at a place to get help. He's not at home. And I'm like rehab? Was he on drugs? And he's like, no, of course he's not on drugs. Like, thinking I'm like so freaking crazy to think he's on drugs when he's borrowed hella fucking money from me personally, from Josh. I can speak personally on that too because I'm there, or I'm in the group text, or I'm told right about it as soon as Josh gives it to him, or he pays me back to pay back to Josh, or like whatever. Like, I'm involved in that. And then also my grandma had said that he borrowed money. My uncle had said he had borrowed money. I put the first video on my YouTube. My sister was like, oh yeah, he asked me for money too. So, like, you know, why are you thinking I'm crazy? Like, he's borrowed hella money from hella people that I know. Like, that's not crazy. Where's the money at? You know, why does he need the money if he's not on drugs? So he told me that there's a rehab, but I haven't been there. You're dirty. Your face is really dirty. He assured me that it wasn't a rehab, that it was like a mental illness center, or like a mental health rehab or something of those lines. And it was for depression, and he's going to be there for 30 days. And that's where he's at. And they're going to take care of Bethany until he can get back home. And so it was like a pretty short, to the point conversation. He got off the phone. And then I would say the drive between her dad's house to my house is 15-20 minutes probably. And within the time frame that his mom got here to pick her up, she cried the whole time. She was like, I don't know, I felt relieved. Like, I felt happy that we finally weren't lied to. We finally knew exactly where he was. There was no more issues. Like, for me, it was great. Like, I was, just glad to know. And the next day, on Monday, when I went back to work, I was getting ready to clock out. So it was right after like 4 o'clock, right around 4 o'clock. And this really weird number called me on my phone. And so I answered it because I'm trying to sell my car and I'm also looking into buying houses. So whenever my phone rings with any phone number, I'm like always the first one to answer it. Like right then and there, and like stopping what I'm doing. So I answered it and he was like, hey, is this a good time to talk? And I'm like, I don't know, who is this? Because like I just didn't know the number. Like I recognized the voice, but I couldn't put it with anyone. And so he's like, it's Will, like, can you talk? And I was like, I just flipped out. I was like, you lied to your fucking daughter, and what did you do? And how come you're not around? And like, how dare you make her so sad? And she was so stressed out. And like, I just let him have it. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he was like just laughing and super happy, like acting super different than he normally does. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be here for 30 days. And when I get out of here, I'm going to be off work for 2 months. And I'm super depressed. Like, he has an ex-girlfriend named Rocky. And he asked her to marry him on one occasion that I know of that was like a big occasion. And then I think again, like on a smaller, lesser of a note. And both times she was like, no, like I don't think we should get married. And he told me that's where it came from. He was like, since Rocky said that she wouldn't marry me, like I've been super depressed. Like I've just felt horrible, whatever. And then other stories and stuff that I heard was like, it was over a cell phone. Like she didn't trust him or he didn't trust her, whatever, over a cell phone or whatever. I don't know. So I'm not sure. But yeah, supposedly he was really depressed because of something that happened like a year ago. At least a year ago, 2 years ago, because I was still working at the bar and I wasn't pregnant yet. And now my son's 2 years old and now I'm already working with another company for a year and a half. So it was like a while ago. When it ended, I'm not sure, but I know they were dating when I was working at the bar, and that was like 3 years ago, and it didn't last that long. So, yeah, so it was like super weird, and he just acted like everything was normal. Like he was like, oh yeah, like I didn't get to call anyone until today. Today's the first day on the phone, and I'm doing great. I'm doing real good. Can I talk to you again? Like, you're my only friend. Can I hang out with you again later? And I was like, yeah, like that's totally fine. Like we're good friends or whatever. But I think it's really fucked up that you lied to my daughter, which is also your daughter. But like, don't do that. Don't get her worried about something when it's not. I don't know. Like knowing that he had been out so much money, already thinking that he was on drugs, and then him missing for a week was like horrible. And like to put your daughter through that and not just come out and be like, I've been suffering from depression, I'm gonna be gone for a month. Or like, you don't have the balls to say that to your kid. Like that doesn't put me in good situations with you. Like that doesn't, like, you and I are not cool. Like you got shit to work out. Like to lie to your kids and go disappear and not tell them, like it doesn't stand well with me. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of ridiculous to do to your kids, and to lie about it. Like obviously she's gonna find out. Like I don't know, but yeah, that's where he's at. She hasn't seen him. She had the opportunity to see him yesterday, but we were out of town and we got stuck in traffic. We didn't come back in within the limited amount of time for visitors. So she hasn't seen him at all since then. I think they talk like every morning and every night though on the phone. And I guess she'll see him quite a bit when he's off for 2 months after all this stuff goes down. So there's the update. He's alive. He was missing, but technically other people knew where he was at. It was just me and my daughter that didn't. And like everyone on my side was like tripping out. So there's your story. There's your update. He's still there. He'll get out just a few days before Halloween. And seal. It's a seal. Show him. Show him. Show the camera. Say it's a seal. Yeah, it's from my Happy Meal. So, anyways, it's already getting dark outside. It's like gonna be 7. So, we're gonna let you go. Max has taken over the vlog. Tell him hi.
Hi.
Tell him love you.
Bye.
See you later. Go give kisses. All right, guys. We love you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.